This is Matthew 5 and verse 40. And if any man will sue thee at the law and take away thy coat, let him have thy cloak also, right? Which is going into being a bigger man, right? Like, bro, you want to go this far for this? For my bro, man, you might as well, man, just have it, bro. Just have it, bro. It ain't even that deep, bro. It's not even that deep, right? Again, this is going into being a so-called bigger man, right? That's another chief thing. When Yahushua was about to die, what did he say? He said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. That's mercy, that's forgiveness, and it's also being a bigger man. Stephen, the same deal with him when he was getting killed. Right before he was about to die, he said to what? He asked the Lord to forgive him. And again, what's that? Mercy, forgiveness, and being a bigger man, right? He could have said blood upon them and their children, right? He could have put a curse on them if he wanted to, right? He could have said it. That doesn't mean it's going to happen, but he could have said it though. But he didn't. He went out like a man, which is what? Being loving and merciful, right? Following orders, being a soldier, right? It says, and whatsoever shall compel thee to go a mile, go with him twain also. So in other words, you're going to do absolute most or the best that you can to try to help somebody out if it's within your power, right? You don't want to try to go in your power and go halfway. You might as well go the whole way with it, right? If you could do it. It says, and whatsoever, it says, give to him that ask of thee, and from him that will borrow of thee, turn not thou away. So again, if you got it, you can give it, right? The scriptures already tell you that, but what man don't pay you back, the Lord will. And you're not, but at the same time, you're not giving, expecting a reward back from God, right? Basically, with the Lord is trying to get across is, if you can give it, give it. Because the Lord is going to take care of the things that need to be taken care of, right? And again, you gotta implement wisdom in these things too, right? Definitely gotta implement wisdom in these things. It says, I'm gonna go over here. First Peter 5 and 8. It says, be sober, be vigilant, right? So be sober and be vigilant, right? So what do they mean by be sober, right? Don't get drunk. You're not supposed to do that anyway. That's not what he's talking about. So being sober is talking about, matter of fact, let's just Google the word sober. Well, matter of fact, let me get the word. So to be sober, to be calm and collected in spirit, to be temperate, dispassionate, and circumspect. So to be calm in mind and spirit, and temperate, dispassionate, and circumspect, right? So it says be, so which is going into the next word too as well. Be sober and be vigilant, right? So you're being calm, you're being vigilant, you're being aware of your surroundings, you're being circumspect, right? So be sober and be vigilant. Because our adversary, who was Satan, right? The devil, he's not taking breaks, right? Everything, the majority of things is leading up to decisions either made on the behalf of God or Satan, right? It's pretty much a big chess battle, right? A big chess match. And Satan is throwing things in here and there, and the Lord is throwing things in here and there as your life goes, getting you to see if you're going to make this decision or that decision, right? So let's imagine. That's why Peter was saying that he was. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Romans 8:38. It says, "For I'm persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of God, which is in Hamashiach Yahushua, our Lord." Right? So this goes into that right there. But I was just breaking down, right? You got to be persuaded in your own mind that no matter what happens, right, that you're going to be 10 toes down for the Lord. And Satan is going to see if you're going to stick to that, right? Satan is he definitely going to check your temperature to see if you really about that for real, right? So Satan is seeing, okay, if he leaves his job, will he curse God, right? If his kids are sick, will he leave God? If he's financially out, will he curse God, right? If he's in a hospital, if he's physically hurt, will he curse God, right? If he's having a bad day for whatever reason, will he curse God, right? If things are so good where it appears like he don't even need God anymore, will he curse God, right? So it's this big chess match being played between God and Satan, and you're in the middle of it, right? And Satan is throwing things out, and the Lord is throwing things out to see what side are you going to choose, right? Because it's definitely layers to the faith, right? There's layers to the faith. Entry level, you get in, you understand it, you believe it, you go about your day, right? Next layer, the temptations come. Are you going to still stand on? Are you still going to stand on righteousness within temptation, right? But with every different wave of temptation, peril, sword, famine, with all of these different waves of temptation, are you going to stand on? Are you going to stand on righteousness? Are you going to stay in the light, right? And that's what this is about. Seeing who's going to stand on righteousness, no matter the circumstances that they're in, right? But it's not enough just to believe. That's not enough. It's not enough to believe. To like have the idea you can believe. Because the real belief is doing, right? Real belief is doing. That's real belief. It's not enough just to know God's real or to know righteousness. You got to actually do it. That's why Scripture says you got to be a doer and not just a hearer, right? It says, be sober. We're back over here, 1 Peter 5 and verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom they devour. And what Scripture say? Resist the devil, he's going to flee, right? So that's why he's looking to see who he can devour. Why? Because the ones who are resistant, he's going to flee. But the ones who he got to test you to see if you're going to resist or not. And if he sees any kind of weakness or chink in your armor, he may momentarily flee, but he'll come back. He'll keep coming back. He'll keep coming back, right? He'll keep coming back until you're made perfect, right? He'll keep coming back, period. But when you're perfect, it's nothing to you, right? And everybody has different strength and weaknesses, right? Some brothers are more inclined to alcohol. Some brothers are more inclined to women. Some brother are more inclined to whatever, right? Fighting, their temper.